Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, the e-learning cafe, and I again welcome you to the online video sessions that I'm running on starting up a startup. So guys, in the last two videos, we have been specifically looking into the validation aspect, how a young entrepreneur can actually validate his or her idea. And in this video also, we're gonna see two more techniques to do so. So before getting into the new ones, just I thought to go back and relook into what we have already done. So, guys, these are the five techniques that we have already spoken about. So, in the first one, we saw that it is important for the founder to look into the competition aspect. So, if you see that there is someone in your industry doing a kind of a similar thing, it means you are validated. It means you are going in the right direction. In the second one, we saw that when you have a product solution idea, you have to see who would be the one who gonna buy your product, who are the initial set of customers. So if there are some initial set of customers, it means your idea is good to go. In the third one, we saw that discussing your idea, sharing your idea is a great way to get the validation. If you share your idea with the experts and people who have a domain knowledge, they're gonna give you a great feedback and a good insight on it, and that is how you're gonna get whether the idea is you know uh, good to go or not. And if there is something or the other lacking, you can refine your idea at that stage itself. In the next session of validation concept, we saw two more techniques, the fourth and the fifth one. So in the fourth one, we saw, another way of validation is to actually analyze the market potential. By market potential, we saw that, sizing the market is something which is very important. You need to see whether there are good number of people who gonna buy your product basis your idea. So if the market is huge, it means the potential for your solution idea is great, and that validates everything, right? So in the fifth one, we saw that conducting user research is a great way to validate. So when we have already looked into the initial set of customers, so we can go to them, ask couple of questions and get a better validation. We can ask them what exactly do they want, what all features they would like to have, at what price they would want to buy the product, and when exactly they want this product to be available in the market. So the answers to all these questions will help you give an add-on information and will give you a complete validation of your product idea. Okay, so guys, these were the five techniques that we discussed in the first two videos, and now I'll just share the sixth one with you, which is building a mini MVP. So most of you guys might not be knowing what this MVP is. It's minimum viable product. So it's always advised to the young entrepreneurs to build the MVP before building a fully loaded product. So MVP is the kind of a product which is good to go in the market, which is kind of acceptable product from the customer's perspective. So it has the basic level of features, basic level of services, uh, which can be sold to the first set of customers. So here, when we are talking about the validation, I mean to say, we may not just even build the MVP, we can just build a mini MVP. By mini MVP, I mean to say not even a complete MVP, right? So I'll just take an example here. Suppose you are wanting to create a web portal for your, idea. So the web portal might have, some basic 10-15 pages, maybe, right? Explaining 4-5 features that you think should be there, in the MVP. So before building and putting a lot of thoughts in your MVP itself, you can just create a landing page, and on that landing page you can have the basic product information and maybe some small form, and then you can run a campaign and see how many prospective customers are coming onto the portal, the web page, the only landing page that you have created, how many people are actually reading the information, how many people are actually filling up the basic form. So by all these you will get the real life validation. The traction will explain everything, how many number of people doing all these events that you have set up in the campaign. So that is what one of the startup I say organic did. So this startup is actually into selling organic fruits and vegetable. So they were not sure of their idea, because organic fruits and vegetable are not much prevalent. And that is how they wanted to get surety on their idea. So they built a very basic website, and they even set up a team of telecallers, and gosh, the interest level of first 1,000 odd customers. And then only they, when they got the validation from that basic portal, then they went ahead and created the whole web portal wherein they were selling the organic fruits and vegetables. So, guys, there is one last technique that I'm gonna discuss, which is taking pre-orders. It's again one step ahead of what I had discussed in my previous technique of building a mini MVP. So here, by pre-order, I mean actually start selling the product or a service idea that you have. So when we're talking about the conducting user research, you might get a very positive response. Customer might say that yes, I will be buying your product when it will be there in the market. But if you ask them right away, many of them may back out, because when it comes to shelling money out from the pocket, the reaction of half the customer may change. So the best technique, whether the people would be actually paying for your product or not, is by taking the pre-orders. Whether you have not you may not have actually created the product, but you can take the pre-orders and take the payments on the the product that you're gonna share, maybe at some later stage, maybe after a month, maybe, right? So that is what taking pre-order as a validation technique says. So it's very simple for an online business. So you can create a landing page, you can put a hell lot of product information, and you can there how give a small form, and then a a payment option also. So how many customers are actually paying you know for the product that you may be selling after some time, will be the sort of bottom line end objective, a perfect validation in a way. So that is what the famous company called Dropbox did. So Dropbox is into providing the storage space on the cloud, and before they actually build the product, so they did this validation exercise, and they made a small form, and you start taking up the pre-signing options. They got a amazing response, and lot of thousands customers they signed up before even the Dropbox services and the product was launched. So there how they got the fair estimate of number of pre-orders in a way. So guys, that is what that is what is there in from my side for the validating our startup idea.